If you've never sold anything before and feel awkward talking to clients, this video will help you. You're about to watch a real sales call with a real SEO client that found me on Upwork. No edits, nothing staged. Most new freelancers never get the chance to see how a successful SEO sales call should work, but today you will. This client found me on Upwork. We chatted for a couple minutes, and then we hopped on a quick Zoom call. So let's get to it. Yeah, do you want to go ahead and start giving me a rundown? I can kind of jump in or answer any questions you might have.
Yeah. So basically, I've had my cleaning company for 25 years, a little behind in the times with on the web, just kind of had it posted. But, I'm getting a little long in the tooth to be out there pounding and grounding. So would rather have the internet do some of this work for me to try to get in some business.
Yeah.
So, I have a website. We don't really do much. We do social postings on LinkedIn and Facebook. We do a lot
Mm-hmm.
of like groundwork type cold calling flyer type thing, but looking
Okay.
more for getting some type of presence online.
Totally. Yeah, it makes sense. I have like five quick questions I usually ask most companies I
Sure.
work with. Can I run these through? And you can kind of take all the time you need here. Um, so yeah, appreciate the background's helpful. I looked at the site, did a quick little review of it. I mean, you guys do have some things that are ranking well for local keywords. Just a quick note. So I don't see any reason why you guys can't rank for more keywords. Higher up in Google over time. I see nothing that's blocking you. Is the site newer? How old do you think it is, if you can
So
guess?
I revamped it. So I had a guy. I did a branding with him. So that's where the home field advantage is. So
Nice.
I
Yeah.
actually redid the site like within the past year. Um,
Hmm.
because it's through GoDaddy, so it's pretty easy to work
Hmm.
with. So it seems all right. I don't know. I'm not a professional, but it seems to be flowing okay. Looks
Yeah,
all right.
yeah. I mean, it looks good. Yeah, I didn't see anything, major that stuck out to me. So I guess on that topic, the first question was, have you worked with any SEO agencies or SEO people, website people before?
No.
Okay, gotcha. And then I guess your current goals and pain points, obviously the goal is to make our customers, more conversions, more people. I understand that, but anything like specific as far as goals or pain points you want to kind of mention so I can get a better idea?
No, like I said, goals. Like, I mean, obviously, I would like to be ranked first page would be awesome.
Hmm.
Obviously, I
Yeah.
mean, I'd like to make $1 billion a year, uh,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
more so, get me somebody to find me to get me on the right track. Like again, I don't know you, I don't know anybody else, and in
Totally.
this day and age, it's working through the computer, working through phone, working. I've had a couple run-ins like early in my day with web building. I had some bad issues, and I'm more of
Damn.
a personal guy and face to face, and it's just that type of
Yeah.
thing is probably the biggest hang up with me, with stuff because again, it's everybody's. I'm at 52, and I'm at the point where everything's a grift. So
Oh, I know. And everyone's banging you for something. I know, man. Even with me and my work, I'm constantly paying for apps and services to
oh
make
yeah,
what I do
and it's going
easier.
up.
It's
Yeah,
crazy, man. I went to Costco. I must have spent $200 on nothing. I got
yeah,
like a bag of carrots and some chicken breast. I was like,
yeah.
geez, this is crazy shit.
And that's the biggest thing with my business is especially
Uh,
when COVID came, like everybody just wants the cheapest thing. It's like, dude,
yeah,
I got to pay employees and then taxes, and payroll is going through the roof now. New York, New Hampshire, Boston area, it's crazy what we're getting to
yeah.
pay. But people, so when COVID came, I'm like, this is great.
Mhm.
Like people finally realized what cleaning is and and now it's right back to the same thing. It's just, can you work for $10 an hour? And it's like, Jesus Christ, are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's like this is manual labor shit. It's not
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
we're in here at night on weekends, doing
yeah.
the stuff you
Crazy
don't want to
hours.
do. I'm
Hmm.
not saying that we're worth $1 million an hour, but come on, it's
Yeah, they got to be reasonable here. So the next quick question is: anything you've done in the past that's been successful on your site? Like anything you noticed yourself that was done or changed that helped out? Anything you kind of, thought of that worked a little bit for you?
so you're talking on my site? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Anything you've done on the site specifically that kind of worked? Anything that you're aware of that thought helped out?
Yes. So within the past 6 months, like I said, we redid the site.
Hmm.
I did, the Google business profile. I do
Oh,
some a
nice.
little
Yeah.
posting on it. It
Hmm.
seems like that is a big driver. The
Yeah.
social media thing, like I have a couple apps, like Cintra, or I use ChatGPT and try to do daily postings on both of those. So we have like literally gotten quite a few calls the
Awesome.
past several months, which is, usually it's more stuff we do on the ground. So
Uh-huh.
that has helped.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, it's great. I mean, definitely you're on the right track. The business profile on Google, that's a big deal. That's definitely great. I mean, the name of the game, it sucks. It's just everything's reviews these days, you
So
know?
that's funny you say that. So we
Hmm.
try to get reviews,
Yeah.
and it's like everybody's so, oh, we'll do it, we'll do it, we'll do it. Like we have
Yeah.
like medical companies, and I'm like literally in there buying them lunch and snacks. And I just actually went
Yeah.
today at one of our dentists, and I'm like, we did a partial little carpet thing. We picked them up in December, and I did a little bit of
Uh-huh.
carpet. And I said, went in and talked. She's like, oh yeah, definitely do carpet. And I said, listen, I'll do it half price if you can get me like 20 reviews, because
Yeah.
it's funny because she's like, we're the same way. We're the same way. Like we
Yeah.
ask our customers and nobody does it. So yeah,
Yeah,
that
it's
is a
it's a
huge
pain in
thing.
the ass, man. Yeah, I mean, even me and Upwork, up is reviews, you know what I mean? It's really tough. So real quick, what I've done with the other clients I work with in local business, stuff like that. There's two things I really do. Obviously, you got to really, get them to do their reviews. So the main thing is I'll ask or say it to ask immediately when they're like satisfied with the work that you're doing. Like if they
Yeah,
compliment your work when you're paying, I say, yeah, if you do this review, I'll write your bill up. You know what I mean? I like immediately I push it right away. And the second thing that helps a lot with that is we do what's called it's like a Google review QR code. So someone
yeah,
can scan it
we
and
have
go
had
right
that.
to
Yeah.
it. Have you guys used that at all? Anything like that? Anything
Yeah,
similar?
so that same thing,
Yeah.
we did it to
Yep.
the one of, it's a neurological, and the thing is, like,
Yeah.
they're always like, "Oh my god, the work you do," and, "Oh, we feel bad," and I'm like, "All right, just give me a review," and we did the
Yeah.
QR code, put it up, brought them
Uh-huh.
lunch, and we got one lady that did, the office
Damn,
manager.
man.
It's
Yeah, another
such
option.
pain.
It's a pain in the ass, and it sucks as how the world is with reviews and shit. But another thing you do that other clients have done of mine is they'll do like a newsletter, but they'll also do like reach out to previous clients, say, hey, we're doing a discount, give us a review, we're
Yeah,
doing a giveaway or some basket, anything like that. I know it's
yeah,
kind of cheesy, but it may or may not work. Get a couple in. The last thing I also do, it's kind of a little bit of a trick, but I'll link that QR code. I'll ask everyone for a review, right? I'll prompt everyone for a review, but the QR code goes to a certain site, right? And if they click 5 stars, it goes right to Google. If they click below 5 stars, it goes to an email form. Does that make sense?
yeah. So is
So
that an
you're
offsite product that you use that does that,
Yeah,
or is
it's
it?
a quick little site, and it's
Gotcha.
easy to build, and it just saves you from getting a shitty review. You know,
Okay.
it's a little trick that a lot of companies do that isn't well known, but it's something that could help. Save that 1 star review that could like bring you down a bunch. So it's something to consider. We can talk about that in the future as well. Um, Sorry, man, I'm talking too much here. You should
No,
really
go,
be
go.
talking more than me. I'm sorry about that. So I looked at your site a little bit. So what are the big keywords you're looking for? Like two or three in mind, any in mind that you kind of want to rank like in the top couple pages on Google for first page. What do you think?
So as far as the keywords for the algorithm, like to search engine or
Yeah,
whatever.
like in general, like certain services that you want to rank for that you think
So
are
that's the
the
thing.
best.
Like everything that I look at, it's just like it's commercial cleaning, janitorial
Hmm.
services, that type of thing. I
Hmm.
don't know. Like I don't know through the back end what is searched for the
Got you.
best. So
Yeah, so I could tell you right now, you're ranking pretty well for I think one or two local ones. That's great. It's a good sign. Let me tell you what they are here. I just had looked them up. So you're ranking in spot 9 for commercial cleaning services, Manchester, New Hampshire. So that's first page. It's not bad. Considering you guys haven't put too much time into it, that's a
I
pretty
think,
good
yeah,
sign.
because I think we were like 20 or 30s like before this
Yeah,
started. So.
it's great. Yeah, and the other one is Commercial Cleaners Manchester. It's position 15. I mean, it's a little more way, but we get that up higher. I see no reason why we can't get that up higher, those two, since they're already. But basically, the name of the game is it's easier to rank higher for local keywords. So something something Manchester Janitorial Services, Manchester, any area, county, as opposed to just like a national keyword like commercial cleaning. Does that make
Right.
sense?
Yeah,
So
and that's kind of why I built the page the way I did with the cities, bro. Because again, we're kind of, even though it's New Hampshire, like we're in the biggest city,
mm,
but it's still rural. It's not like Boston, Cambridge, or New York outside of
yeah,
Boston. So we do
yeah, yeah,
service a
and
lot of the cities, towns around.
yeah, I saw them. I saw Bedford, Derry,
Yeah.
Salem. I see all this here. That's great. Yeah, that all looks good. And then how much does a new customer bring you? Like what are your main customers? What are your big fish that you're trying to reel in or aim towards?
To be honest, I mean,
Hmm.
will are you talking about like what kind or a dollar amount?
I guess both. Like what kind of
It,
clients and what they bring you. What are the main clients that if you can get one of these clients a
yeah.
quarter, it'd be a big deal to you.
So what we really look for now is nightly account, like not the 1 day a week small little like $200-300 job. We're looking something like
Hmm.
5 nights a week, like doctor's office, dentists, like that type of
Hmm.
thing.
Hmm.
We kind of
Okay.
take pride in that. People who take cleaning seriously and understand it, not like the door knockers and want something cheap. So, good
Hmm.
size accounts. I mean, we service. We had a school that was 30,000 square feet, and was a
Damn.
nightly account. And we
Uh-huh.
have other accounts that are multiple buildings. We do office buildings, but
Hmm.
again, I know when it's in the medical or dental,
Hmm.
it, usually they have good people, but we find there's not. They don't have good. It's to try to get them to get out and be like have a better service, and we have a good record with that. So
Yeah. It makes sense. They'd be your money makers though. They want
yeah,
them
I mean
clean
everybody's
and
making money
yeah.
off of that stuff.
Yeah, and they probably have some money to go around too. The
Yeah.
bigger offices, definitely. Yeah, that's the whole name of the game. Yeah, cool, man. So I'll give you a quote here, but do you have any questions for me beforehand about what you're looking for? I kind of saw, but if you could run down like monthly what you're looking for, how do you want it to work? Like, how do you picture?
So just to go through this, like I understand.
Yeah,
I don't understand what you do. So like I think you said it as
gotcha.
audit. So what is that exactly? What is that? What does it entail? Kind of give me like a rundown of what that is.
Totally. So, yeah, I saw you mentioned like three main things. So I kind of tried to address those, but I'll try to go in and answer any questions you have there. So, um, the bulk of the work is in the beginning. That's where the main work is. So an audit is just me looking at the site and analyzing it and the competitors and your keywords to see, how are competitors' sites built out? Like the ones that are ranking the number one spot for a certain keyword that you want. What are they doing differently than your site, you know? And then what keywords are they ranking for? So it gives you kind of reference of what you should do and where you can go in the future. So the audit would be auditing your on-page text, your website structure, competition, and then keywords. Does that kind of make sense?
Okay. So how do you do that? Like what does that entail? Like I guess that's kind of
Yeah.
being on the layman side of this. Like,
No, no, totally. And feel free. I'm happy to answer. Sorry, my dog's going crazy. She's
no, I
waiting to
don't
go
even
out.
hear.
Yeah, yeah, okay, good. Yeah, so there's two big apps in SEO that everyone uses. One's called Ahrefs, one's called SEMrush. They're like just big apps that you use to kind of analyze site traffic, competitors, structure. So they're the big expensive apps that I pay. One of the ones I pay for, a couple $100 a month, like $400 a month now, and that helps me like kind of really dig into a site and look at competitors stuff. I mean, the thing is, everyone has access to these tools. These tools are very common,
Mhm.
but you have to know how to use them and also analyze the competitors and see, what factors you're possibly missing. So basically, I rely on certain tools to dig deep into your site and the competitors and keywords.
Okay. And
Hmm.
then so we handled the other thing was probably going to be the reviews because that's what I read is a super huge thing pushing the algorithm
Yeah,
right
you're right.
now
Hmm.
is reviews. So that's something we're trying to work around. It's definitely something like when I guess one question with the reviews is I know it's probably number based, but is it number based like slam bam 20 reviews or is it something that's better? Probably at first a bunch, but is it something you need to consistently keep building with, or once they're there, it's set in place?
Yeah, yeah, it's tough. So, I mean, to be real with you, I can do everything that I can in the background, but if the reviews aren't coming in, if they're not coming in like with good reviews too, it's like a 80/20 thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, consistent reviews over time and commenting and responding to every review, good
Yeah,
or
I heard
bad.
that too.
And also, if a review mentions a certain service, Google watches those for keywords too. If they say, "Oh, he did
Carpet
commercial carpet
cleaning.
cleaning or whatever," yeah, yeah. If they mention that too,
Okay.
that's also a bonus. But in the profile, I mean, you seem very knowledgeable in what you put there, but you're spot on a lot of it. Making sure everything's accurate, making sure your services are all accurate, up to date. Doing posts, you could do maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks, just a quick update of before and after pictures, something like that. Those are all big too.
For the now, is that for website or Google Business Profile or
For the
both?
Google Business Profile specifically.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. But also on the site, that's perfect too as well. Google loves AI is massive. It's big now, but it loves like unique pictures. So if you can get you guys to take pictures before and after work, that would be awesome to put on your site and the business profile on Google.
Okay.
Yeah.
What one other question is I read a lot about is citations.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So what is that? What exactly is that, and how to build
Gotcha.
that?
Yeah, yeah. So citations are say your business has a page on Yelp, that's a citation.
Yeah.
Um, so counter commercial cleaning on Yelp, that's a citation. Yellowpages.com, citation. Those are all citations. They are definitely beneficial for local business. They're good. The issue is that if that page doesn't get any traffic, if it's like there's a bunch of ones, it's like Foursquare is one of them, but there's smaller ones that aren't worth getting. So basically, there's like a top 50 or maybe top 70 citations of popular sites people use that would be beneficial. You know, um, Yelp, Yellow Pages. I can get a full list here, but does that make sense? Those are all considered citations.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess that's kind of like what is it a huge drive to have those? Like I read like if you do in your Better Business Bureau like type of
Uh-huh.
thing, put that up. Like I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah,
I've been reading again. I use AI and ask questions. They're like, oh, you need to build in
totally.
citations and da, da, da. And I'm like, so we do have
Yeah,
some. There's Yelp, and then there's I don't know Hot Frog or some stupid thing. There's like a few of them, and it's like we
hmm
signed up for them, but nothing ever really comes from them. They're just kind of out there.
yeah. I mean, it's good to have them out there, but I wouldn't go too crazy. I
Okay,
mean, I had the one company built 500 citations, but the thing is, like, there's only 10 of those sites people visit. You know what I
right.
mean? So it's like I think 50 is plenty, but it is something that I recommend doing. Definitely having the big 5 or 10 ones.
Okay.
Um, yeah, citation, directory pages, it's all the same lingo. And that's kind of, yeah, I do agree. You are right.
Okay. Um, so I know you gave your like what you would do.
hmm
Um, what would you need from me as far as moving forward? Like, how would you take a hold of this to build this out or do whatever you need? What do you need from me?
Yeah, yeah, totally. So there's really only two things. Three if you have access to it, but just first is access to your web access, your Webflow or your GoDaddy. That's the main thing so I can get onto your site. But first off, I wouldn't make any changes on your site without you knowing about it and with your approval after. You know what I mean? Anything on a
Mhm.
site like that, you always revert changes. So I just want to be clear that you run the show in how you want things to go. I'll make suggestions based on what I've seen work in the past for other clients, but you run the show. So the first is access to your GoDaddy. The second is access to your Google Analytics. The third, access to your Google Business Profile. If you have that, you're able to do that. That would be great. And the fourth is optional, but it's called Google Search Console. That lets me track clicks directly from Google to your site. It's just beneficial to help track rankings. So those four things: GoDaddy, your Google Analytics, your Google Business Profile, and Google Search Console.
Okay. And then how do you gain access to those?
So you could add my access to each of them through my email. I could send you links and guides how to do them. Just add me as an admin or an editor, to your
Okay.
GoDaddy, and then yeah, Google Business Profile. It's pretty yeah, just this recently actually with another client. Yeah, I'll send these links here just so you're aware. But yeah, like I said, you're gonna run the show here. I'm not gonna go making changes without you knowing, and but those are the four main things that would help me just track where things are going and kind of provide you updates when you ask for them, just to see that we're trending in the right
Okay.
direction.
And then just go that so again, I know you did the timeline, but can you just give me more of like a like
Yeah.
voiceover, not the text type thing more?
Yeah, yeah, totally, man. So, just a heads up, most of my clients, they're monthly clients that I'm with month to month. I think it helps us kind of align our goals and make things work
Yeah, yeah.
best over time. I'm happy to do, just 2 months if you want it, and then, but I can't like I don't know what's happening month to month. You know what I mean? It's hard to
Sure.
say like, all right, now in 8 months you'll see something. 'Cause I don't, I mean, it doesn't really kind of you line things up. So it's something that I do with most of my clients, but again, totally up to you. So the bulk of the work would be in the beginning, doing the audits, getting everything, squared away, your business profile on Google, updating it accurately, getting citations out, reviewing and auditing your site and its structure, and your competitors, that all takes a ton of time, majority of time, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like the audit and competitive research and building out like a roadmap for what posts to do, service locations, services, all that stuff. That all takes a bunch of time. That'd be the bulk of my work. So, yeah, that'd be the first step, the audit and the roadmap, and then getting access. So yeah, I would usually break this down month to month for clients and send over like a Google sheet, like an Excel sheet, and show you each month I'm going to do these items. And then once they're done, I'll let you know, and then we can go from there. And then that's usually the easiest way for both me and you to kind of track things.
So what would you say, like realistically? Like again, I'm a client. Obviously,
Hmm.
every client wants to be number one. Obviously, you're not
Totally.
going to be number one. There's a realistic. So, like, what would
Yeah,
you say is moving forward? Would you like worst case, best mid range? Like, what do you think we are
yeah,
capable of doing? Like, I know you said that you had a cleaning company and they did pretty good. Like
yeah.
what type of metrics business wise, not exact, but like a rough ballpark. Like I said, I want to make sure I get a return on the investment. Obviously,
Of
anything I
course.
do is probably going to be, but I just need to know ahead of time realistically. Like you said, I'm not afraid to be in this in the long run. I know at the very beginning
Hmm.
is going to be the hardest, and hopefully it's
Yeah,
the payout, down the road. But
of
and
course.
I love working with people and having them make me money and me make you money and build a rapport and move forward. So
It's
I'm
always easy. I agree. Yeah, if
yeah.
it's something that's
So,
continuation.
but you know
Yeah. Mhm.
what? Just so I have in my mind, like what realistically do you think I could pull from this?
Yeah. Yeah, totally. So first up, I mean, you're totally right. I mean, anyone who sells you, I'll get you number one in a week or something like that, they're full of shit. They're gonna take your money and
Yeah,
so yeah, you are right. So what I'm seeing right here, I am seeing first page possible for a bunch of local keywords. Due to the site's age, I gotta be honest, it's gonna be 5 to 8 months till we can see like new keywords ranking. But the ones you have, you could easily get them up there. We could see some good traction, maybe 3 to 6 months, you know. And the goal is getting up to top five, top three. If we can get even one for local keyword, that'd be awesome. I don't see any reason why we can't because the competition isn't too crazy for some of these. So ultimately, I give a range of like 6 to 8 months to see some real movement and real results. 1 year to be fully realized in everything we're doing. I know that timeline sucks.
no, I
It's
that's
I
reasonable.
know
I'm not
it's
expecting
just
miracles. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. It's just no one really knows. You know what I mean? It sucks as the truth though, because we're all just doing things based on what worked in the past. Google could change tomorrow,
yeah.
next
They
month.
change the algorithm constantly,
It's
right?
tough. So all I can do is be as transparent as possible of what I'm doing and what I'm seeing and how I think we could best optimize for results in the future. I'm not gonna kind of sell you something that I think is possible.
So let me ask you this question, like, and again,
Mhm.
I don't know how many because we're a service based company, like that you
Mhm.
work with, like when it
Mhm.
does click. I mean, is there a significant amount of traffic? Do you think? Like, is it that big of a deal? Do you know?
So that one client I mentioned, Champion Cleaning out of Boston. So they were very they weren't micromanaging initially, but once they saw like some customers come in from it, a growth, they really didn't care what I was doing, So um, they saw some new customers come in, some more clicks coming up certain keywords. I showed them like the reports of that happening, and that's where they were like, okay, like it's worth it. I'm
But
sorry,
did it? So
I'm
did it
rambling here.
build?
So what was your question? I'm sorry, I was just
So
want
no.
to.
So that's
Yeah.
heading to where I'm going. So
Yeah.
does it continue to build after that?
I think as long as you're building out new pages in a safe and structured way, you're not being overly spammy with keywords, you're not using too much AI, you're actually, providing clear text with helpful info. There's no reason why it can't keep building. The general structure I follow with local businesses like yours is I'll do location pages first, then service pages, like kind of in combination, and then if publish is big enough and supports it, I do service-based location pages. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Cool. And I saw you have location pages already, which is great. I saw you're kind of doing things in the right direction. There are some things I'd maybe change, but I think you have a good structure to start with.
Yeah, and I'm
Um,
fine. I'm not like one of these hard asses. I'm not changing anything. Like I'll change whatever that makes
no,
the
I mean
best
totally.
sense.
I just want to make sure that I'm not gonna go ahead and mess around with shit without being clear with your approval and everything. So yeah, but yeah, this looks good so far. So you have the location pages here. Let me see what else you have. I did a little report. Yeah, and then no separate service pages I see yet, but that's something we can kind of map out in this little roadmap, and we want to do them. But I think yeah, it's a good. You have our services counting. Okay, yeah, and keep going. You have other questions? I don't want to cut you off. Okay.
No, so I guess you were kind of leading into it being a long term monthly thing. So what is that like? Uh, Obviously, I have a budget, so just kind of give me a
Totally.
heads up. What do you think? What's a range for that as a monthly moving forward?
Yeah, yeah. And again, with that in mind, we're looking about like 6 months, 5 months see movement, see some keywords move, which is great. And then the general monthly I do with all that work, I gotta be honest, it starts 850. It can go up to 12. For your site size, which is being newer, I'm fine with doing 850, but I want to make sure it's within your budget and what makes sense for you guys.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
I think that's about it. I'll go look through my notes.
Yeah, I mean, let me know what you think. I mean, does that number seem too high or too out of your range or what you're looking for? I'm just trying to get a gauge of where you guys are at.
Again, it's hard to. I'll be honest. Like I said, I don't mind dropping 800, 850, whatever,
Hmm.
as long as I see something. And again, I know I'm totally there with you.
Yeah,
I know it's a
I get it.
long
I
term
understand your point
investment.
entirely. It's an investment and it's a risk and it's I get it. I mean, the goal for me is to help you get one of those clients that
Yeah,
make it worth it.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
If I could get you a 2K recurring client, I'd feel good
yeah,
about
yeah,
my work. That's my whole goal,
yeah.
and I think it's worth it for you. You
And
know.
that's exactly it. If something hits off the bat and it's
Hmm.
promising, it's going to be exponentially, reoccurring, or my revenue. So I'm
Yeah,
fine with
and the way I don't run it, it's not a contract. I'm not going to say, hey, you need 3 months notice. It's just, just give me a heads up. If things aren't working, you want to go to someone else, no hard feelings, it's totally okay. So we can go month to month, whatever works for you guys. There's nothing, binding at all.
it. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. So is this something you could take on right away?
Yeah, if you could send a milestone over Upwork, I can start as early as this week. I have contracts mostly in the AM with some meetings, but I can start as early as tomorrow evening and get over a
Yeah. No, no,
little
I didn't
roadmap
know.
for you.
All right. I think I'm willing to take the jump here. Like I said, it's something we've been kicking the can. To be honest, this whole what is this damn Upwork, right? So when we
Upwork, yeah.
started doing the AI stuff at the beginning of the year, and we were asking, like, I wish this site came up then, because this was like, again, you don't know who to trust. We look at local stuff here, and
It's tough.
it's like you hear stories of this or that. So I mean, this, at least you
Yeah.
can see your work. What you're saying. Again, I don't know.
I
It
mean,
could be lying to me. The whole network's full of shit. That we're all in the matrix, but
I mean,
um,
everyone's a little full of shit, but all I can do is kind of be honest in what I'm doing and what has worked in the past, and just give you the chance to review my work. If you want to get out, you can, But it's tough. You're in a spot where you have to implement something that your
yeah,
team isn't fully knowledgeable about, so you're kind of
yeah.
trusting someone who makes a profit off you. So I totally understand where you're at. So I want to make sure you're comfortable with that and what I'm kind of offering. So no pressure at all, Ken. But yeah, you seem like a
Okay.
good guy. I think we could do well and hopefully get you more of those big fish.
All right. Yeah, I think we can move forward. I give it a shot. Give you a shot.
I
You
appreciate it,
swear.
man.
You
Yeah.
swear. I like that.
Yeah, man. We could we'll see what happens. And all on Upwork you do a milestone and then you send it over and then each month it'd be a milestone. Um, you know, and then we'd go through there all through Upwork. So it's safe, financially and everything is, tracked there. Does that make sense?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
All
man.
right.
So I guess you're busy during the day. You're running the show, and you're kind of just doing this after hours, kind of screening everything.
Well, I mean, we're kind of like, I go out way early in the morning, go out at night. During the day is
Hmm.
kind of whatever. So, I mean, I'm more available. It was just this recently, this week. I'm,
Totally. And then actually, one last thing I want to ask: do you notice there's a busy or slow season for you? Do you know summer is busier? I mean, have you noticed anything like that?
So again, we're not kind of we don't do a lot of like one-time work, like once in a while we'll get a
Gotcha.
carpet job flip. We're more like we get a client and we service them fully and then that type of thing. So kind of it's not, I wouldn't say it's just ebb and flows. Like again, like now
Yeah.
people are cutting, with prices going crazy, the past 6 to 8 months have been,
Hmm.
cutting after COVID cut, so we're kind of, it ebbs and flows with the economy is the biggest thing.
I know it's
And
crazy,
I
man.
think we're going to be on the upswing, to be honest, with everything the way it's looking. I think we're going to be picking up.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why you can't. So what everything you're doing has been good, and also send over suggestions too about how we could further improve certain things, like peripheral things that you mentioned, the Google Business stuff, including all of your credentials on your site, which I believe you have some, Better Business Bureau, all that good stuff. People love to see like, and I think you have that on
Yeah.
your homepage as
That's
well.
the stuff like we don't do because it's like it's again like you were saying, it's cost money to be part of these things. And it's
Yeah,
like,
man, everyone's banging you 20, 50,
yeah,
100 a month. It's like
it's
Jesus Christ, man.
$500 for some of these things now. It's like to be, part of,
Hmm.
Carpet
I mean,
Institute, IRC and stuff. It's big bucks. And
yeah.
it's like to get a click, I don't even know if it matters anymore.
To be honest, man, even Upward bangs me a fee. It gets
Oh,
everyone
I'm sure.
on each way, and but it's just tough. Everyone's trying to get you before you even get that check, It's
Yeah. It's all dried up. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, man.
And I appreciate it.
Um, but damn, okay, I'll leave you to it. Yeah, so it's a milestone. I think I could send it over to you if you're unsure of how to set it up, and then it'd be sent over today. I would accept the contract, accept the approval, and like I said, you can if you want to get out of it after this month, no hard feelings. But yeah, we'll go month to month, and I'll let you know with that roadmap what I'm doing this month, next month, etc., and we'll kind of track things from there.
All right. That sounds good, man.
All right, Ken.
Perfect.
Well, I
All right.
appreciate your time, man. Yeah, I'll look
I
out for that
appreciate it.
information. All right, man. Well, have a good
All right.
night.
Thank you very much. Take
Take
care,
care.
then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.